What's up, YouTube? This is MathWiz97 and welcome to episode number 17 of my WWE 2K16 Universe Mode, and we are back for another edition of Friday Night SmackDown, kicking it off with the Lucha Dragons, and later on in our main event, we will see Roman Reigns go one-on-one with Luke Harper of the Wyatt family, as both of those men looking for a bit of retribution against each other tonight. But to kick this episode off, we've got tag team action, as it's the Lucha Dragons taking on the team of Kid and Swagger in our opening contest here on SmackDown. That is going to be exciting. We get to see the Lucha Dragons in action, and we get to see the fairly new tag team of Kid and Swagger compete as well. And this will be a good opportunity now that the New Day was defeated by the Ascension at the SummerSlam pay-per-view. These two tag teams are competing to try to figure out who's going to be the next #1 contender for those tag team titles. As well as that, we saw Enzo Amore defeat Santina Marella earlier on. Natalya's going to take on Eva Marie. Stardust and the Ascension defeated the New Day, so a bit of an odd pairing there between Stardust and the Ascension, but it gets the job done. And as well as that, the team of Sheamus and Wade Bad News Barrett picked up the victory over the Usos. So, as you can see, we got a couple of teams jockeying for position, trying to perhaps fill that next #1 contender void that is now left by the New Day. And it seems as though the New Day, they've got unfinished business with Stardust to take care of. And as we just saw in that 6-man tag earlier on, Stardust once again gains the upper hand on the New Day. But as well as that, not only is the New Day, I mean, especially now that they're preoccupied with Stardust, it seems to be highly unlikely that if things remain that way, they are going to get another title shot at Night of Champions. So we've got these two teams who have a very good opportunity to move into that #1 contenders role, as they did have a very impressive month. Last month, we saw Kid and Swagger pick up not one, but 2 victories over the Usos. And then the Lucha Dragons making their debut. They had an impressive month as well. They defeated a fair number of tag teams in the month of August. So I'd have to say, if either one of these two teams were to challenge the Ascension for the tag team titles, I think they could have a good go at it. I think it would be a very competitive match against either of these two teams. The question is, who will be the better team on this occasion? And don't forget, next week on Friday Night SmackDown, the new SmackDown General Manager will be revealed. That's right, just 1 week remaining until the new SmackDown General Manager is revealed to the public. Of course, the most recent SmackDown General Manager, whose name has been kept hidden, for his own personal privacy. But yeah, honestly, that old SmackDown GM, the one who never made an appearance on air, maybe there's a reason why most GMs do appear on air, because it seemed as though the previous SmackDown General Manager wasn't doing a very good job at managing this show in comparison with Raw. I mean, we just saw what happened at SummerSlam. There was the trade for Daniel Bryan, and that was a pretty good trade orchestrated between the two GMs. But then you have something like Brock Lesnar, who just completely took over SmackDown at SummerSlam. The SmackDown GM almost seemed to panic a little bit, and he really dropped the ball in terms of who to exchange for Brock Lesnar. I mean, not only did he give up Randy Orton, who is a former World Heavyweight Champion and one of the SmackDown originals, but he also gave up 2 potential free agent picks. And from what we saw, Paul Heyman, from who we saw him pick at SummerSlam, Hideo Itami and Finn Balor, those free agent picks are huge. There's some really good talent down there in NXT or otherwise that hasn't been picked up yet by the main roster that SmackDown really could miss out on. I mean, they've already missed out on Balor and Itami. Who is going to be next? Fortunately enough for SmackDown, they did get the Lucha Dragons, and Kalisto, he's one hell of a talent. Definitely a good pickup for SmackDown. As look at this, Sin Cara with a moonsault off the top rope. Kalisto definitely gels well with Sin Cara. Both men possessing that luchador style. Both high flying, but at the same time, Sin Cara, he's got a bit of power that you wouldn't expect from him. And that definitely helps to aid Kalisto's unpredictability. Sin Cara, he can do a very good job at setting up moves for Kalisto, whether it's a high-paced move, a quick high-flying move, or something like that, where he just lifted Jack Swagger up there with the high-angle slam. And now Sin Cara to the top rope, looking for the swanton, but Jack Swagger just able to roll out of the way. And now a huge big boot just jacked Sin Cara's jaw right there. As Jack Swagger now dragging Sin Cara over there to make a tag to Tyson Kidd. Let's take a look back at this beautiful tag team move here from the Lucha Dragons. I mean, you're talking about teams that could give the Ascension a run for their money. The Lucha Dragons definitely can be thrown in that mix. As you can see, Sin Cara bounced out of that turnbuckle there. A nice tag team move there from Kidd and Swagger. And although Kidd and Swagger are a fairly new tag team, that doesn't mean that they haven't had a very big presence since they've become a tag team. You take a look at someone like The New Day, who took 6 months to really gel and get to that tag team title spot. You have Kidd and Swagger, who are already, after a month, they're right up there in the thick of it, of that championship hunt. And if they could defeat the Lucha Dragons here tonight, they could very well be the top tag team who could potentially challenge the Ascension at Night of Champions. And that just goes to show you how well Kidd and Swagger have been able to work together as a unit, how quickly they have been able to mesh styles together and formulate their own unique offense. A way to capture by Sin Cara with a back suplex as Sin Cara makes the tag Kalisto back in this thing, and we're back to where this match began. Tyson Kidd and Kalisto. And Kalisto looking to quicken the pace here as he just kicked Kidd square in the face right there off that head scissors. And now just kicking away at Tyson Kidd here. Look at this. Ducks underneath. And now looking to take out the legs of Tyson Kidd. Tyson Kidd, he's a pretty high-flying he can do some high-flying moves in his own right, but Kalisto, he's not going to let him do that, as there's a splash by Kalisto. Hooks the leg on Kidd, but Kidd able to kick out at 1. And immediately, once Kalisto got into this match, really quickened the pace, and Tyson Kidd has not been able to keep up. It has been all Kalisto since he's been tagged into this thing. Oh, but as I say that, curse of the commentator, Tyson Kidd ducks out of the way and kicks Kalisto square in the face with that one. Now drops the elbow right onto the knee of Kalisto. Perhaps looking to shut down Kalisto's high-flying ability. As Kalisto now whipped into the corner, Tyson Kidd makes a tag into Jack Swagger. And look at this, some more tag team moves on the part of Kidd and Swagger. A pile driver from Swagger, an assisted pile driver there. And now Swagger into the cover. That could put Kalisto away. 2, 3, no. Not even a pile driver was enough to finish Kalisto off. But that's not going to stop Jack Swagger from pummeling away. Swagger, he's not... Just because Kalisto kicked out of a pile driver, that doesn't mean Jack Swagger's going to quit. Kalisto back into the turnbuckles. He bounces out now into a sleeper hold. Sleeper hold locked in by Jack Swagger. And he could make Kalisto pass out here. The Lucha Dragons in trouble. But Kalisto's just able to hang on. But how much did that take out of him? Kalisto again backed into the corner. As Swagger tags in Tyson Kidd. And look at this. An assisted clothesline. Another beautiful tag team move. And it's effective on the part of Kidd and Swagger. And there's a belly-to-belly suplex from Tyson Kidd. As now Kalisto is in a bad position here. Kidd and Swagger have taken over this match. And it could be only a matter of time until the Lucha Dragons are finished off once and for all. Another beautiful move from Kidd as he hooks the leg on Kalisto. 2. But it's not a 3 count. Kalisto manages to survive. But for how much longer can Kalisto keep this up? Tyson Kidd perhaps looking for a DDT, but it's countered by Kalisto. Kalisto, a kick to the gut now. Kidd backed into a corner. Oh, and the tides have turned just that quickly. Oh, a double kick there to the face of Kidd. And look at this. Innovative tag team offense from the Lucha Dragons. Kalisto using himself as a weapon as there's a cover, 2, but Jack Swagger breaks it up just in the nick of time. Let's take another look back at this beautiful tag team move here. Just poetry in motion as Kalisto used as almost it was like an assisted sort of senton type move there, but like a wheelbarrow is, I mean, that takes some serious teamwork on the part of Sin Cara and Kalisto. And look at this, a moonsault again by Sin Cara, this time to Tyson Kidd. And Sin Cara, you can see he's feeling it. I was saying moments ago that it could be nearing the end for the Lucha Dragons, but now it appears as though Tyson Kidd and Swagger have reached that point. But here's Kidd with a counter and a springboard blockbuster there from Tyson Kidd, and he follows it up with that elbow drop. Sin Cara now in trouble as Tyson Kidd throws him into the corner. He bounces out. Oh, but that's not where Sin Cara wants to be, as Tyson Kidd with the heart lock. He's got the legs wrapped, Sin Cara is trapped here. But unfortunately for Tyson Kidd, that's not going to be enough to pick up the victory. Tyson Kidd, he's going to have to do more to finish off Sin Cara here. And he's perhaps looking to make yet another tag into Jack Swagger. And we've seen a lot of good tag team wrestling moves in this matchup. Oh, a neck snap into the kick to the back of Sin Cara. And really, since the Ascension have won those tag team titles, things have really been shifted back into the basis of tag team fundamentals in this division. We've seen a lot more teamwork between our superstars. And this tag team division really has hit an all-time high. Oh, what a double axe handle right to the side of the head of Sin Cara. Might have knocked him out cold. As Swagger hooks the leg. Wait a minute. Oh, no. Sin Cara, he wasn't quick enough. He went to reach for that bottom rope to force the break, but it cost him. He was unable to kick out of that, and he tried to go for the rope break to save himself, but he wasn't quick enough. And he has just cost the Lucha Dragons the match. And it's a big victory for Swagger and Kidd. We could be looking at the next #1 contenders for the tag team titles right before our very eyes. Like I stated moments ago, the new SmackDown General Manager will be making his first official appearance next week, but he has already made his first order of business. With the former WWE Champion CM Punk and the former Money in the Bank winner Daniel Bryan both out with injuries following the events at SummerSlam, the new #1 contender for Brock Lesnar's WWE Championship has been revealed. At Night of Champions, the Beast Incarnate will defend his title against the former #1 contender, John Cena. The new GM will further explain his decision when he arrives next week. And we return now to Friday Night SmackDown here in Washington, D.C. And we are set for Divas action here as Eva Marie makes her SmackDown debut one-on-one against Natalya. And just in case you have not seen my channel update video that I did at the end of 2015, be sure to go check that out because there's some very important information regarding this Divas division in the Future of Universe mode. So I'm not going to explain it here. I would just be repeating myself and that's pointless. So be sure to go check out that update video if you have not seen it already. There are timestamps in the description, so you won't have to sit through the whole thing if you don't want to. Although it's basically discussing the future of the channel in general. So if you're a MathWiz fan, it'd be a good idea to go check that out. But if you just want to know about the Divas, what's going on there, then be sure to check out that portion of the video. There will be a timestamp in the description there. But we're coming off of SummerSlam, and Paige retained the Divas Championship in that Battle Royal. As we show you a little clip here back from SummerSlam. Down to the final 3 women, it was Natalya, Paige, and Tamina Snuka. And things really were breaking down here at the very end. It was a super kick from Tamina, the Rampage by Paige, and then it came down to a clothesline over the top, Natalya gone, and then Tamina Snuka dumped out to the floor as well. So that really it went to show that you had 3 Divas champions, I can't even talk right now. I just butchered that line. The 3 former Divas champions in the ring. I guess 3 Divas champions. Paige, not a former champion. See, I can't talk now because Anyways, this is what happened when Eva Marie gets in the ring. Everything botches. Even the commentary botches. And we saw when Eva Marie made her debut, I think I had the wrong impression. I think I had heard about some other female wrestler that wasn't named Eva Marie. Her name might have started with an A. That might have been it. I don't exactly remember. But I think I got the wrong report in terms of this Eva Marie chick. Yeah, she's definitely not the expert wrestler that I thought she was. I was misinformed. So I don't expect Eva Marie to get a title shot anytime soon. Definitely not at Night of Champions. Whereas Natalya, being a part of the final 3 in that Battle Royal, definitely she is one of the higher-ups in the contendership. If she could just pick up a couple of victories here, she could definitely find a spot in the Night of Champions title match, which will be... It has been confirmed that Paige will be defending her Divas Championship in a triple threat match. Not sure who the participants are yet, although Natalya is definitely a strong candidate for that matchup. As we see, though, Eva Marie, she's looking to step up her game tonight with a splash from the top rope. Eva Marie, okay, upping her game a little bit here, but that's not enough to put away Natalya, as Natalya kicks at it too. But even that is a pretty good accomplishment for Eva Marie. Last time we saw her, she got completely just destroyed by Paige. But tonight now, she's actually putting up a good fight against Natalya. Not sure how much longer that's going to last, though, given her track record. As Natalya right now, again, hooks the arms for a double underhook suplex and bridges into a pin. 2, but it's not a 3 count. Eva Marie manages to keep herself alive in this matchup. But here's Natalya now going back to that brute force, the strength that she possesses, as she took Eva Marie down with that vertical suplex. And now Natalya backing Eva Marie into that corner. Now placing her up on the top rope. Natalya, arm drag from the top. And Natalya, she is really decimating Eva Marie now at this point in the matchup. Look at this. Natalya perhaps looking to go for a submission hold. And look at this. Eva Marie is in a bad way. Natalya, the submission expert, has developed yet a new submission hold to that arsenal, and she forces Eva Marie to tap out. Big victory here for Natalya. A victory she definitely needs if she wants to make a strong case for that Divas Championship title match at Night of Champions. There's a lot of women who have been stepping up recently. Most of them in that Battle Royal especially can be taken of note. Natalya, she's going to have to keep on her toes if she wants to win back her Divas Championship that she lost at Night of Champions of last year. Perhaps it could be poetic justice if Natalya could capture the title back this time around at Night of Champions. So that's a big victory for Natalya as we're going to move on to the main event for this evening. It is the powerhouse of Friday Night SmackDown, Roman Reigns, taking on Luke Harper. And Luke Harper, at SummerSlam, Luke Harper didn't have the greatest of nights. He came down to the ring alongside Eric Rowan to attempt to aid Bray Wyatt during that match against Roman Reigns. But unfortunately for Luke Harper, he was just trying to climb into the ring, and Roman Reigns met him through the ropes with a spear. As we'll show you the clip here, Roman Reigns putting his body on the line to take out Luke Harper. That was tremendous by Roman Reigns. And unfortunately for Reigns, he didn't have a very good night at SummerSlam either, because that's about where his streak of momentum stopped. And when it came down to the final moments of the match, it was Bray Wyatt who put Roman Reigns away with a Sister Abigail. And you have to give a huge assist to the Wyatt family in that matchup. And that's why this match is here tonight. Roman Reigns He's looking to get back at Bray Wyatt. He said at SummerSlam that the next time he sees Bray Wyatt, he's going to break him in half. Well, tonight it's not Bray Wyatt he's going to get to face, but it's another man who's seeking redemption. And it's Luke Harper. Luke Harper, he wasn't even able to get into the ring at SummerSlam to aid Bray Wyatt, his family member, and now he's looking to redeem himself. He's looking to take out Roman Reigns himself tonight on SmackDown. So Roman Reigns, this is a good opportunity for him to potentially begin to pick apart the Wyatt family piece by piece. There's no Eric Rowan, there's no Bray Wyatt out here tonight. It's just Luke Harper all by himself. Although, you can't count Luke Harper out just because he's alone. I mean, this man, he is a former tag team champion. For 192 days, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan held the WWE tag team titles. From No Way Out all the way to Over the Limit. So, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, they've been around the block a couple times. More than Roman Reigns might think. And Roman Reigns, he has met up with Luke Harper in the ring in the past. WrestleMania, The Shield and the Wyatt family. But tonight, this is the first time Roman Reigns goes one-on-one with Luke Harper. And Roman Reigns, right off the bat, the clothesline, and now just hammering away at the face of Luke Harper. Roman Reigns, his frustration immediately boils over, but there's Luke Harper. Oh, and now a European uppercut. Well, not really a European uppercut, just a punch to the jaw. It was kind of like an uppercut. Not very European, though. But Luke Harper tonight. Oh, and now a chop block to the back of the leg of Roman Reigns. As Reigns, he was starting to become, I mean, he was blinded by rage already, and that allowed Luke Harper to capitalize, albeit with a pretty dirty trick, raking the eyes of Roman Reigns. He's going to have to watch that, otherwise this referee might have to disqualify him if he keeps that up. But Reigns, he's back into it. A body shot there to Harper. And Roman Reigns, this is what he brings to the table, these powerhouse strikes. But Luke Harper, you gotta watch out. He's got some powerful moves in his own right, some powerful offense. And he can pack a good punch as well. And you want to watch out for that clothesline. That devastating clothesline could damn near break your neck. So Roman Reigns, he's going to have to keep an eye out. This Luke Harper is a worthy adversary indeed. But Reigns, he's too focused on Bray Wyatt. And he's got to be careful about that. If he's so caught up with trying to face Bray Wyatt again, he doesn't want to overlook Harper and Rowan. And especially considering that he was just in that grueling match against pretty much all three members of the Wyatt family only 4 days ago. This is Thursday, not Friday, SmackDown. I'll get that in my mind eventually. As looking for a third belly-to-belly. Counter from Harper. As Harper, he's not even going to let Roman back to his feet. But yeah, Reigns, he was in that match against Bray Wyatt just 4 days ago. I don't think he can be fully recovered from the beating he took by the Wyatt family. And as well as that, even before SummerSlam, Reigns was pretty banged up. He missed several weeks of action after the attack by Bray Wyatt. So Roman Reigns, not exactly sure what kind of condition he's in tonight. Luke Harper, not quite sure what kind of damage he suffered off of that spear as well. Could have broken some ribs for all we know. So Luke Harper, he might not be at 100% either. As Roman back to his feet, and now counters with an elbow, and there's the uppercut. More like a punch to the jaw of Luke Harper. As now Roman Reigns looking to take down the arm of Harper, perhaps try to prevent him from utilizing that clothesline. Be a smart strategy by Roman Reigns, as there was a European uppercut. As Harper backed against the ropes, Reigns now using the ropes to his advantage, just jabbing away at the kidneys of Luke Harper. Oh, and Reigns, he cocked the fist, could perhaps be setting Harper up for a Superman punch, and there it is! Superman punch to the jaw of Luke Harper, and Roman Reigns to the corner. He's eyeing up Luke Harper, sizing him up for a spear! Spear by Roman Reigns. And that could be it for this matchup. Roman Reigns might have just broken Harper in half. 2, 3. No, wait a minute. Luke Harper just got the shoulder up at 2. Luke Harper he just kicked out of the spear. And Roman Reigns, he can't believe it himself. An elbow to the face off the second rope. Another kick out by Harper. And you can see the disbelief on Roman's face. He thought for sure that spear was going to be enough to put Harper away. But now it's Harper with a spine buster. Now on the offensive. Roman Reigns. Like I said, you can't afford to underestimate any member of the Wyatt family, because you're going to pay for it, and that's just what Roman Reigns is doing right now. Oh my goodness, Luke Harper, you've got to be kidding me! Luke Harper throwing himself through the ropes there, diving through the ropes. Well, this man, he's not a cruiserweight, but he sure just acted like one. A suicide dive on the part of Harper. And we know Reigns, he's been known to fly over that top rope in big match situations. Well, now it's Harper. And now he hangs him out to dry up on the barricade. Luke Harper, man. This guy is a freak. This Luke Harper. But you can't doubt that he's got talent. There's a reason why Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper are allies. There's a reason why Luke Harper was a tag team champion for as long as he was. He definitely is one of the biggest superstars we've got on SmackDown, and perhaps one of the most underrated, as Luke Harper, a two-handed choke slam, but he threw more of a choke toss as he threw Roman Reigns up over his head. And now Harper just pounding away at the face of Reigns, and, well, Reigns, he's busted open once again. Perhaps that cut from a few weeks ago, from all those steel chair shots, it's been opened back up. And now Luke Harper back with the gator roll, just wearing down Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, he's in a very bad way right now. As Luke Harper just toying with him at this point, just wearing him down, sending him off the ropes. Big boot to the skull. And right into that wound of Roman Reigns. That's gotta be it. Harper, the cover, and the three. No! Not a 3 count. Roman Reigns. He's still got some fight left in him. Now it's Luke Harper who's a bit shocked. But Roman Reigns able to counter, and Reigns is back on the attack. Roman Reigns. Oh, but now there's a European uppercut from Harper. And now there's a punch from Reigns. And another punch. Here comes Roman Reigns. No, a counter by Harper. Harper counters back. And now Harper with the strikes. Reigns backed up against the rope here, as Harper won that battle. And now Reigns off the ropes. And a spine buster from Harper. Reigns is down. Luke Harper taking a moment to catch his breath. This is taking everything he's got. As Roman now back up to his feet with the assistance of Harper. Luke Harper a cross chop to the throat. Reigns is staggered. And Harper throws him back into the corner. Oh, but a counter this time by Reigns with a boot to the face. And now it's Harper who's staggered. And a side suplex by Reigns. Reigns puts Harper down. And again, perhaps, looking to load up that Superman punch. As Reigns, he's feeling it. The WWE Universe on their feet. Roman Reigns. What's he going to do here? There's a gut-wrench suplex. Perhaps putting Luke Harper in position as he goes to the corner. This, the second time, could be the charm for Roman Reigns. As he built up a full head of steam and a spear. No, wait a minute. I think Harper countered the spear into a DDT. Reigns' own momentum coming against him. Oh no. Luke Harper, discus clothesline. A discus clothesline by Luke Harper. And that might have just knocked Reigns out cold. 2, 3, Luke Harper has done it. Luke Harper, with the blood of Roman Reigns on his hands, He scores the victory tonight. What a shocker. Perhaps some may consider this an upset. Luke Harper scoring the win over Roman Reigns. But in the end, he gets the job done for the Wyatt family. You can't underestimate any of these members of the Wyatt family. As that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. And until next time, as I always say, keep on YouTubing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.